Oh, does that look like a
mixed berry pie?
Awesome. So we're going to do the inside first. Do you want to read what we need?
This side?
Yeah.
3 cups blueberries and raspberries. June berries or other berries of your choice. 1 cup black or red currants. 1 cup grated apple. 1 cup honey or toothpaste. 1 tablespoon organic all-purpose white flour.
So we're going to talk about all the ways in which Mom doesn't even follow her own berry pie recipe. So we're going to start with the berries here.
Berries.
So Sparrow, as you put them in, you want to say what kind of berry it is? You can sound out what they say on the bags. Well, that one does not have a label. That's a trick one. What do you think those are, though?
Taste it.
Yeah, to taste it, you'll definitely know.
June berries.
Black currant, you're really close. June berries and black currants look so much alike, huh? Okay, so what we got today for our mixed berry pie is 1 cup of black currants. What does this one say?
June berries.
June berries. Good job. What are those, Sparrow?
Golden raspberries.
Golden raspberries. 1 cup strawberries now. Huh. So obviously red raspberries would work too, huh, Sparrow?
Yeah.
Most people don't have golden raspberries. That looks great. Okay, so the recipe says 3 cups. I often do 4 cups when I'm using a deep dish pie pan. If you're using a shallower one, 3 cups is probably a better amount of berries to use. The secret ingredient to an awesome mixed berry pie is 1 grated apple because it's full of pectin and it helps lessen kind of the acidity of the berries and also contributes to the gelling of everything as it cools. So I will put other thickeners in here, but this is just a really nice mellowing agent for the acidity and to help it gel. I really like using a sweeter apple because these berries are so sour. If you're using more domesticated berries and like domestic blueberries, they tend to be less like sour, but our like wild berries around Alaska, they're just really sour. So a really good sweet apple is helpful, like a natural sweetener. All right. Sparrow, do you want to do the sugar? Okay, it's right here. All the things here. I think it's 1 cup sugar or honey or maple syrup.
Where's all the stuff I've created? This 1 cup.
It's coming.
This 1 cup.
That's 1 cup. Here. So you really can put whatever sweetener you want.
I've grated so much, but
Hey, bud. Yeah, why don't you just grate and not look at it until you've like grated the whole apple, huh? So I am still only doing 1 cup of sugar, even though I did 4 cups of berries, because we like our pies sweet but a little tart, and I also have this lovely sweet Honeycrisp apple to help sweeten it up.
is that the core?
Yeah, that's pretty close. Good job. Now turn it. Nice.
Ah, you're spraying juice at me.
There we go.
Miss.
Yeah, it's sort of technical trying to grate an apple and not end up with a bunch of seeds and pour in there.
So juicy.
Sparrow,
So much
do you
juice.
want to put our vanilla? Oh, yeah, the vanilla in. You're gonna need those measuring spoons on the counter behind you.
Wait for the vanilla. My favorite kind of vanilla.
This is like the juiciest apple of all time.
Yes, it is so juicy.
The teaspoon. Do you remember which one's the 1 teaspoon?
Yes.
Good job. That's 1 teaspoon.
I kind of guessed it, and I also saw some vanilla in it.
There you go.
Mom, do I pour the vanilla in?
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Vanilla on apple.
How much vanilla? 1 teaspoon. Was that a whole teaspoon or just part of a teaspoon?
Whole teaspoon.
Like it was full to the brim? Oh, good job. Yeah. Once you use this, you'll never go back. So, Mexican vanilla bean paste. There's actual little pieces of vanilla bean in there, and it's in a sweet paste. So it's not alcohol. So it just imbues more intense vanilla flavor. I love it so much versus an extract. So you just end up with, this is not cheap though. Just a heads up. But it really, really makes a difference. And if you just get some and only use it for your like super fancy things that you really want to taste like vanilla, this is the ticket. Vanilla extract pales in comparison. All right, so here is my world of thickeners. There are many different options for thickening your pie. My new favorite, which is not in my cookbook, that I use is tapioca starch or tapioca flour. It just has a better flavor, I guess. And I like it better. It's yummy. But you can also use cornstarch or flour. Flour, the problem with flour is if you use too much of it, you really taste it in your pie, and I feel like it takes away from the other flavors. So you really want to use either a cornstarch, tapioca flour. If you're making a gluten-free pie, obviously you don't want to be using flour, so these are a good option. Anyway, we're going to use tapioca starch, and we're going to do 4 tablespoons. So my recipe says 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and 1 tablespoon of flour. I'm going to just do 4 tablespoons of tapioca starch this go around. I'm the queen of adapting and changing, so my recipes are always changing depending on what I think tastes better or works better or what I have.
And 4.
Sweet. This step is not absolutely necessary. My berries are all frozen, so I like to just warm them up. It's gonna make the pie cook more quickly, and I just think it's better to get all those frozen berries warmed up if you're using fresh berries. This step may not even be necessary. It's just, you would just mix all your ingredients and dump in your pie shell. I'm gonna just warm this. I'm not gonna heat it too much, or else the tapioca starch will start like sticking to the bottom and stuff and activating sort of before we want it to. We'll put this on like a medium low. I just don't want the sugars and the starches to start sticking to the bottom. Thick bottom pan is good. Partly hard because the berries are really frozen and stuck together. Did you put a scoop of June berries in here, sweet?
Yeah.
Okay.
They just look alike, Mama.
Yeah, they do.
I remember putting 2 black,
Yeah,
two
you
black
did.
scoops of kind of.
Mm-hmm. You did.
Yeah, it just looks like some sort of mush with blueberries in it. And the strawberries blended
It's the
too.
most delicious mush of all time.
Yes, that is what I do know.
It
All
smells
right.
so good.
Alrighty.
But soon I'll be tasting it.
Right. We are moving on to pie crust. Sparrow's going to do the flour because I just asked her to do that. These things. Here, you take this. So remember, you got to do level, 3 level cups. So full and then leveled off, right? Okay.
Mom, this is as good as I could get it.
That is pretty dang good. Okay, we're done heating this.
Now that's
So, I do a very different kind of pie crust than most. It's not with butter. So it's an oil pie crust. However, you can also substitute lard. This is some rendered pork lard from a pig we got from a neighbor farmer. And I rendered it down, which just is a form of purifying it. And then you can use it for pie crusts and all kinds of, really, you could cook anything in it. So it's really good to use some of this. But coconut oil is also one of my favorites. I feel like the coconut flavor is really subtle and it goes well with most pies. Not everyone likes coconut, so. And then also, you can use a, like, not too flavored, just regular vegetable oil, like avocado oil, is what I'm using here.
Is avocado a vegetable?
No, it's a fruit, right?
Yeah, you said vegetable oil.
He's just gotten too smart. He's telling me things all the time. Catching me in my lies. Yes, you're right, Finley. Avocado is not a vegetable. But you could use vegetable oils as well as avocado oils. So you need to measure out 3/4 of a cup of these three things.
All together?
You can do a little bit of each, or more of one, or what do you think? What do you want to do?
3/4.
Yeah, you can pour some of that in first if you want.
How much?
It's really, it doesn't matter too much. Does that look good? We can always add more of that later if we want to, okay? Here is, this is really hard to do. But,
Floop.
a little coconut oil. Just gonna do all the oils.
It's
today.
not exactly an oil.
And then this is pork lard, rendered pork fat.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Mush them around.
So they're finding that actually people, a lot of vegetable oils aren't really very digestible for people. We were told for a long time that they were healthier, but our bodies and our stomachs are actually more equipped to digest animal fats because we've been eating animal fats for like the beginning of time of humans. So I think a lot of people get afraid of like lards and stuff. Whoopsies, flinging stuff around. But they're actually not as bad for you as you might think. Everything in moderation, right? Okay. Why don't we top her off with that liquid oil?
Yeah.
We're doing a crazy oil concoction today. Sparrow, do you want to do the salt? Do you have your measure?
Like,
A little extra is actually okay. It just makes the pie crust easier to deal with. You want to dump that in and scrape whatever doesn't come out with that spoon? Lower down. That way. Whoa, not that low.
Everything didn't come out except the oil.
There's a spoon right next to you. Half it. Woo, that's the whole teaspoon. We need a half a teaspoon. That's the half teaspoon. There we go.
Salt.
Salt. And then
Not too much salt or else it won't be that good.
our other secret ingredient, about a tablespoon of maple syrup-ish.
I'm gonna put it in.
Where's that quarter measuring cup? Okay, so I want this one. Here, we'll do it over this. Pour slowly, sweetheart. That's good. We'll use what's in there. Here, you want to put that in? Okay. Whoop, whoop. There we go.
And
See, I'm very precise with my measurements.
that
It all
fat,
turns out perfect in the end.
that fat and coconut oil looked really disgusting when they were put together, but they
Yeah.
actually taste really good when they're put into a pie.
like so many things.
They don't look good, but they are good when
Do you
you
want
put
to
them
roll
in
up your
their
sleeves? Because
season.
this isn't going to be a get your hands in it kind of scenario.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're trying to get it to all kind of ball up. You just want to mix the powder.
Feels so good. Just smushing it.
Okay, don't get it everywhere though, okay? Alrighty. Woo. Yeah, we do. Now let Sparrow just make it into one big ball. That's what we're going for. Nice job, Curly.
Tastes quite good.
Just the right amount of sweet and salty.
What are you guys making?
We're making a mixed berry pie. The best kind.
It's my favorite.
Is it your favorite? You still want to go snow machining?
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta go pretty soon, not yet.
You should finish eating your lunch though, okay?
Yeah, you should finish it.
Go wash your hands.
Here we
Look at what Sparrow did. So she's been balling it up here, getting all that flour
Not
mixed
so
in.
much.
Okay, there's parchment paper. I'm just rolling it out between parchment paper because these crusts can be a little bit more crumbly. But because of the kids, we added a little extra milk and a little extra oil, so it's gonna be nice and together. Solidified, which makes it way easier to deal with. So you go from the middle out in every direction to get an even pie crust. Have I shown you my super fun trick for getting a pie shell in the pie pan without too much trouble?
No, I want to see it.
Yeah, one. The tricks are so good.
They help you in life.
They help you in life. Look at, I just roll it on to this, and then I can lift it up, and then just carefully
Unroll it.
unroll it. Okay, you ready to roll out? I'll fix this up, and you can start rolling out that. Hang on. Hang on. We're going to put it between the parchment paper. So you always want to put it as round as you can. Okay. And then just flatten it out a little bit. Not all pie crust you put between parchment paper, but for this one, you do. Okay? And then you start from the middle and you roll out in every direction. You kind of go around the whole thing. Okay? Okay. Okay, here, I'm gonna step in for a minute. You have to rotate it thinly and roll it out this way too. So you don't end up with just an oblong pie crust. So the other thing I love about this pie crust is it doesn't have to be chilled at all. It's just like if you want to bust a pie out real fast, this is the crust. There's no like added steps. We spend time in Hawaii every year and I can get macadamia nuts there pretty affordable. And so these are macadamia nuts I ground up, and they're awesome for making like macadamia nut shortbread, for the bottoms of tarts. I use them for all kinds of things. And when they're all ground up like this, it's so easy. Do you want to reach in here? And I'm just going to sprinkle some in the bottom. It's going to add this awesome barrier from the berries and make the bottom not get as soggy. And it adds like a rich butteriness to it. So we'll do that. Okay. So just sprinkle some at the bottom there.
It's kind of a beach.
Yeah, we'll just bust them up.
I can tell these were frozen.
Nice fun little layer. You could do this with any nut. It does not have to be macadamia nuts. You wanna do it? You ready? Here we go. Oh. Nice. We're done. You can see our tapioca is already starting to set up in here. And so you gotta do a sawing motion. There you go. Here, let me turn it. Wait. Let me turn it. I gotta turn our oven on. Nice job. Now you get to take these and go roll them out over there and do the leaves and whatever else we want to do on it, huh? Maybe a little apple since there's an apple in it.
I wanted to do, the 2 leaves come with the acorn in the very middle.
Okay.
Mom, could you pull it out?
Okay. Yeah, remember to do it on the edge so you have plenty of room.
It's starting to look like eyes.
Very nice. Add a little extra here and there. Okay, so a way to do edging, one way, is 2 fingers like this and another finger like that, and you just push in and it gives it the ruffly effect. Huh. Now we need to do some little slits for the juices or the hot air bubbles to come out of, so they don't come out of somewhere we don't want them to, which may happen anyway, but worth a try. Attention! So this part, you just have to do it really gently because these, you lose the design on them if you do too much or too hard. So you just want to lightly do those one time, and then this part's a little more forgiving. There you go. Painting our pie.
With egg.
With egg. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. Here we go. And so something you always want to do, especially when you're making your pie very full, is put a pan under your pie to catch the drippings, because you have a really smoky mess on your hands later.
Did you put a bowl under it?
A pan.
Yeah.
Oh, cookie sheet. Let's look at it. Is it ready? So we want to pull these out at the same time because we really don't want these juices. Look at that beauty, Sparrow. What do you think?
Puffed up.
It puffed up. It's gorgeous. To get into our pie.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we have ice cream to go with it?
No.
Could I have the apple?
Yeah, because Sparrow's gonna want the acorn.
It's quarters. Can you choose that? They're all loose here.
Look at that beautifully set up pie.
And then
Set
we
up
don't
so nice.
Finley, you
Oh my
get a leaf
goodness.
if you want one.
I want this, the apple.
Well, I
Look
got
at
2.
that. That is perfect.
Yeah, that's a small piece.
It's also 8 o'clock at
That's
night.
16.
Wow, you've got your fractions all dialed in, don't you, buddy? Okay, there you go. Sparrow, thank you guys for helping make this pie tonight. Is it still yummy? Is it as good as you remembered, Finley?
Yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm.